Hey y'all, today we are breaking down corner to corner crochet, one of the most satisfying techniques out there. If you've ever seen those pixel style blankets or bold color designs, this is exactly how they're made. Let's get into it. We are going to use some worsted weight yarn, crochet hook. I'm using a 5mm today, a yarn needle for weaving in ends, pair of scissors, and a stitch marker. And I'm using green for grow. More on that in a second. We are going to start with a slip knot. Tighten it down to your hook. Now we are going to chain 6. I'm going to do it loosely and I'm going to pinch at 3. There's 1, 2, 3, pinch, 4, 5, and 6. Now, the reason I pinched here, 1, 2, 3, pinch, then all you do is double crochet right where you pinched. So you yarn over, put it in that 4th one from the hook or 3rd chain, yarn over, pull that loop up, yarn over, pull through 2 more. Now, in these last 2 stitches or chains that you made, you're going to double crochet. Now, if you need more help on that, you can refer to my crochet course, Darlene's Basics and Beyond. Now, you have a chain 3 and 3 double crochets. You can call this a tile, you can call this a block, but that's what this is. I'm going to call it a block. So, to increase this block and start building, we are going to chain another 6. So, every time you increase, you are going to chain 6. Pinch at 3, chain 1, 2, and 3 more. Double crochet where you pinched, and then double crochet into those other 2 chains. Now we have 2 blocks here. And I like to make it, you can see now why I like to make it more loose. It's easier to see your stitches and your chains and where you're going into. Now, I am going to put the stitch marker in this one. Every time it's going to move because this is the one that's going to, as I said, green for grow. So now you're going to take your work and flip this one up. So they're going opposite directions. Then you're going to take your hook and put it into that chain 3 space and slip stitch. There you go. Now you're going to chain 3, basically like we are stepping up. Now we can move this or remove this stitch marker and do 3 more double crochets into that chain 3 space. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now you see we made that stair up. You start to see it take shape. I'm going to move my stitch marker and place it now in this chain 3 space. And as I said before, to grow, you have to chain 6. So that's 2, 3, and pinch, 4, 5, and 6. Double crochet where you pinched it, and then double crochet in the other 2 chains. So you're always going to start with that chain 6 to create a new block. Now your piece will begin to grow diagonally just like the staircase. Now we are going to take our work again and flip it up. Where that stitch marker is, you're going to grow. So you're going to put your hook in that chain 3 space and slip stitch. Now we chain 3 to make our next block. Remove the stitch marker and 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space. So that's 2 and 3. See how much fun this is? It's really addicting. Now we are going to take our hook, put it in this chain 3 space, slip stitch, and chain 3 again because we have to build that next block. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Now you see the stairs building. To go up, we have to chain 6. Let me put the stitch marker in here. The end of that 1, 2, 3, and pinch. 4, 5, and 6. Double crochet where I pinched it, and then we are going to do 2 more double crochets. Now again, it's time to grow. So we are going to flip our work again, and I'm going to show you a trick. When I was learning, I remembered, okay, we went 6, we built another one. If it was straight at any point, then that's where you flip it. But a stitch marker, green for grow, will help you remember this is always the one that's going to grow. So that's the one that flips. So you flip your work, then you're going to go into that chain 3 space, slip stitch, and chain 3. Now we can remove our stitch marker. You are going to continue increasing in this way until you get the width or height that your project requires or the size you want if you're, say, making a blanket. Now we are going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space, chain 3, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets. A lot of times this is where beginners will mess up when they are finished and they have the height that they want. They continue to chain 6 to grow up. But you don't want to do that if you have it the height and width that that your project requires. So to stop that growth or increasing, we are going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space. Instead of growing this tile block and going 6 more, we're going to stop and pretend that this is the height or width that we need. So we slip stitched, then we are going to turn our work and we are going to slip stitch into that chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we have to go one more time because we have to go into this chain 3 space here. So we slip stitch that chain 3 space. Now do you see the flat part where that step is starting to flatten off? Now we need to chain 3 because we need that height. So we chain 3 and we double crochet 3 times. This is also decreasing or closing the shape. Now that we have that, we are going to connect it to this one with a slip stitch and another chain 3. We are going to continue this decrease by slip stitching across chain 3 and then working across the blocks. Now you'll see it kind of looks, out of shape. Don't worry about that. I promise it will work itself out. So you're going to slip stitch into this chain 3 and you see that you no longer have growth up here. So you're going to turn your work again and you're going to slip stitch across. And don't forget to slip stitch into that chain 3 section. Oops. Let me get that back on the hook. There we go. Basically, it'll be 4. Now you're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. You're going to double crochet 3 times, or 3 more times, I should say, and then slip stitch into that chain 3 space. Now that you are finished this way, we are going to turn our work again and slip stitch across. Again, don't forget the chain 3 space, and I'm going to put a stitch marker here. Actually, I will go ahead and just cut it off like it's the end of our little blanket here. I'm going to pull this through, just show you how to completely fasten it off and weave in the ends. You can add a border if you want. You can leave it like this. It really is endless, the possibilities. And I just love the way the end effect is, the texture of it, the way the light shimmers on it as you move it in different directions. due to the directional change of the stitches. You can change colors at the start of the blocks. You can follow a grid or a pattern. The possibilities really are endless. Okay, then you just straighten it out a little bit, and as I told you, it would work itself out. That's corner to corner crochet. Once it clicks, it becomes second nature, and honestly, it really is kind of addictive. Now, tell me, are you going to start with a simple scarf, or are you going to go straight into a pixel design? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for corner to corner color changing tutorial. If you'd like to see a particular tutorial, let us know in the comments. We are here for you. Thanks for watching.